Hello princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about this brand new liquid highlighter from Gucci, the Gucci multi-use highlighter. It is $43 and comes in one universal shade, kind of a goldeny rose shade. We'll look at it in two different lightings and we will try it on. As I said, it is $43. It contains all sorts of antioxidants and pearlescent pigments and skincare. When we first started seeing a lot of skincare in our beauty products, it was quite front page news. And you know, I would come on here and others would come on and list them all out. Now it's kind of to be expected. They have skincare ingredients. In fact, it's odd if they don't. This is a beautiful universal shade, but I am a light, medium, neutral. So I kind of have ease going light, you know, going warmer or cooler or neutral with my shades, and being light medium, you know, that leaves a lot to be desired if you have a deeper skin tone or are very, very fair. And I certainly understand that, but we'll do the best we can here. I have a love-hate relationship with Gucci Beauty, as you guys know. I am not a fan of their doorstop, as I call them, paperweight eyeshadow palettes. I would toss this over my shoulder for effect, but I'm afraid it would hurt somebody. I was a lot happier with their little quad face palette, these little mini things. But even being a lot happier and thinking they performed a lot better, I still don't reach for them very much. I admit, I don't reach for them a lot. They were a much better performing product, and to me, a much more interesting product and a much better product, but not one that has much draw to me. And yet, I am wearing their foundation, their latest foundation today, and it is beautiful. Their blushes are obviously gorgeous. I know so many of you love the mascaras. I saw at my year-end questionnaire that I did with our community. So many of you absolutely love that mascara. The bronzer is hailed as, other than the scent, all their products are very scented. Other than the scent, their bronzer is hailed as one of the best. So they're really hit and miss. For me, it's just the eye products. You know, a lot of people love the lips. I'm not a huge fan of the matte lips, but a lot of people love them. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this and see what we think. I think it's mostly a winner. I have one drawback that I can't imagine everybody won't see, and that is the dispenser. The dispenser is an eyedropper, and you know, you got to use an eyedropper properly, meaning that you open it, and then you want to squeeze the eyedropper while it's still mostly inserted in here so it doesn't go everywhere. And then after you squeeze it, you can pull it out. And it's got this kind of eyedroppery looking, I'm sure it's going to drip. And that, of course, is the problem, drip, drip, drip. Now, the interesting thing about this little Gucci eyedropper, and we are going to take a look at the product, it doesn't actually drop out a ton of product. When I first used it, I was quite afraid it was going to squirt out this long. You can almost drop it onto your face if you are hoping to get some sort of an Instagram or TikTok page. I don't know. But it doesn't really drop out all that much. There it just did because I did a long pressed down thing there. But yeah, I find that messy and unnecessary. I'm not saying that I wish it were a doe foot, but kind of anything but that messy eyedropper. Well, here it is in its kind of really messy, dripping glory. I'll show it to you on my finger there. Okay, and then let's put it here, a ton of it. I'm just going to really, really put it on because I got to get off my hand anyway. Let's just put a ton of it here and kind of, don't worry, we're going to go outside too with it. Let me just rub it in there. Now, the cool thing about this, just like any of these other products, there you go. Ooh, there you go. Now it's really showing. You see, it's almost a rose gold. And we are going to, I don't have any highlighter on. We are going to put it on my face. Geez, I squeezed out enough of it from that eyedropper I could bathe in it. But the interesting thing about this is you see when I got enough out and now you see it on my skin, it can be something very reflective to put on as a primer, to mix with your moisturizer, to put on as a highlighter, to mix in with a blush, I mean, you could really do whatever. It's why they call it a multi-use highlighter. Let's take it outside right now into the warm California sunshine. Here it is on my hand, and I'm just showing you how it reflects in the sunshine. They say it is a golden tone. I say it is a rose golden tone. Let's talk about scent. It is a Gucci product after all. Let me get a good snifferoo. See if I can get it on my nose. Kidding. Yeah, I mean, hold on, I almost turned the bottle like I'm in some sort of a Marx Brothers film where it turns over and spills everywhere. I mean, I guess there's a very light fragrance to it. It's Gucci, but I don't find it overpowering. Even this foundation that I'm wearing, when you first put it on, there's a woof, a burst of fragrance, and I'm not finding that to be the case. But I mean, it's a bit scented, but nothing overpowering. And there it is, really covering my arm. All right, let's go ahead and try this on the face. Again, we press the little stopper when it's in the bottle, and then give a little bit, 1, 2 on the hand, back of the hand there. Go ahead and do it directly on your face if you want. How do you put this on? Tap it on with fingers, brush it on with a brush, sponge or beauty blender. I will say that I do not recommend, when you have any sort of a liquid or cream in a stick highlighter, I don't recommend going back and forth with a brush, as I think that tends to lift up product underneath. And rather than tempt fate that way, I like to just put a few drops on. We've all learned that technique from the light wands, glow wands from Charlotte Tilbury. I just tap and then I just tap. I use my hands. You can use anything you want. And I'm just tapping. Now, obviously, I am applying this like a highlighter and not mixing it in or using it as a primer, but you are welcome to use it any way that you'd like. Now, what I like about this is that it is a gorgeous highlighter. It is definitely there, but it is not blingy in the foil sense. What do I mean like that? You know, sometimes we have certain highlighters that are like a piece of Christmas tinsel. You know, they're very highly like foil, like a stripe of foil. This is not glittery. It is definitely kind of transparent, but it is not foil-like and thick either. And usually with a highlighter, it is sparkly, like Makeup by Mario's highlighter, and transparent, sparkly and transparent, or really, really thick, like the newest Rare Beauty powder from Selena Gomez, Rare. And I like that one, but I'm just saying that's kind of the opposite way. So this can be built. I do not find that it shows texture because this is almost the consistency of a tinted moisturizer. And it has some luminosity to it, but it's not really one that I'm finding emphasizes texture. It's not going to de-emphasize texture, you guys. It's a highlight. You can't ask it to do what it doesn't do. Highlights do indeed highlight. Okay, so we're not going to try to make it something that it's not. But does it especially emphasize texture? Not at all. I have a whole palette here that I'm using on my arm. I'm even putting it here. Yeah, and it, you know, it's a really pretty highlight for someone that is looking for something that, yes, is multi-purpose. I happen to be very drawn to kind of a golden pink, rose gold kind of shade. And if you are, and I do see that this can be at once very neutral, at once cool toned and warm toned, kind of at the same time, and very good for every sort of skin tone because it is so kind of transparent. See, it just kind of melds into the skin, and you see my skin, as I'll show you again on this arm, you see my skin through the product. So it kind of becomes one with the skin, and in that sense is very flattering. If you've ever had a highlighter where the shade becomes too much and clashes almost with your skin tone, this looks like it could very well have the possibility of being quite a nice shade for so many skin tones. So my vote for this is a thumbs up. If you've been looking for a highlighter that's really is remarkable and buildable and beautiful and easy, then I would definitely go with this. Tiny, tiny bit of a fragrance. Not enough to give it a red check mark or anything like that. Not enough, but it's there. But the eyedropper is annoying, messy, and kind of gross. And I'm not going to be the only one who says that. I pretty much guarantee everyone's going to think that. But I love the universal shade. I'm usually anti one shade, but I think it's kind of cool here. And do I think that you should buy this? If you want to spend the $43 on it, I mean, that is expensive for a highlighter. I think this is a winner. I think I'm going to use this one a lot. I would say get it. If you've got the expendable, you know, I would get it. I think it's nice. That eyedropper's pretty annoying, though. Can't have everything. All right, let me know what you think. Did you purchase this? What are your thoughts on it? always want to know. It's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. Come say a big hello and give me a follow over on TikTok and Instagram too. And please remember that you can be more involved with this channel by giving super thanks or by becoming a member for all sorts of special members only lives on YouTube and behind the scenes stuff and gossip and all that fun stuff. But in any way that you choose to be here, I'm just thrilled to see you and happy to have you here. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.